Hello, fellow diamond painters. DP Crazy Lady here. It's 8:20 p.m. It is still the 18th. It's still August. It's still Sunday, and it's still 2024. I thought I'd come on real quick, do a short little whip and sip, working on my gnomes. I can show the rest of it later when I'm finished. I'm working on the one on the right. Oh, I am hating it for a couple reasons. The glue on this one is slick. You just barely push the things on there, and sometimes they'll just slide across, and I'm not using my metal ruler. I just didn't feel like, messing with it this time, because this is just something to hang on the door, and it looks fine, but it's a pain. And also, if you don't hear any snapping, my glue dots are not working very good the last couple days. I think, I don't know if it's humidity or if it's rain or the temperatures, whatever it is, they won't stay in the pen. They keep, pulling right back out, and they won't stick right. They're either too sticky or not sticky enough. So, someone who doesn't do this very often, I am using wax, which I hate. And the easiest way I found to use my wax is, let me see if I have another one over here. Okay. I'm using a Dreamer, they call it a trash keeper. It has a magnet on the bottom, and I'm, put a magnet, so it stays there. And I dropped the round piece of wax, which, if I can't find another one, who knows where it went. Well, they have these were, I have Craftably's round wax, and some that came with my Make Market. These Craftably is more purple blue. These ones are like a green blue. And I just take it out and I stick it down in the trash keeper, and then that way I don't have to keep reaching for it and finding it. So I just stick my pen down in it, right where it is, and get my wax. So it's right there. Now, if you have any of these, or even if you have some of Diamond Art's hearts, stick a flat magnet on the bottom here, set your wax down on top, and then you get another magnet, the other half of the magnet, and stick it on there, and it'll stick, there, and then you've got your wax right there, and you can just do it from there if you don't have like a lot of room on your table. Or like me, my table is tilted, so anything I set there is going to, it's just going to keep falling. So a magnet works good, a flat magnet, flat round magnet. At least that's my idea. It works for me. So, I did get out into the shed today, in between thunderstorms. My daughter went out with me. I took out the 2 items I had in here that I needed to get out to the shed. And at the same time, I wanted to bring in my phone seat, my phone table / chair. I might take a photo of it later if you guys want to see what it looks like. But like I said, it's cherry wood. So, But anyhow, I moved around the. She helped me lift one of the antique dish bins and the collectible, and then I was going to start looking through them there to bring whichever one inside, and all of a sudden it started to sprinkle. Then you could see the gray clouds. There was thunder rumbling and lightning, and I said, So we started putting the stuff back in. I did get rid of, a couple boxes of whatnots that I didn't want, threw them in the trash. And so tomorrow, if we don't get any rain tomorrow, and it's raining now too, it's been raining off and on, like every couple hours, boom, you get rain. It's raining now. Earlier it came down like in sheets. You couldn't even see out the window. It was just coming straight down. So, they said rain Friday and Saturday and Sunday. We didn't really see any much Friday, but yesterday and today, yepper. So, I'm going to try and get some of my collectibles out of there. They're starting to get musty and stuff sitting out there. They're locked in a bin, in plastic bins. And thank goodness they're dishes and such, so I can just, wash them. No big deal on that. But I did move stuff around in my living room and got the phone table sitting right under where I have my home phone. So, and that one's attached to the wall. If you're not my age, you don't know about being attached to the wall with a phone. I do have one that sits over here in my room that is remote. I can walk around with it. But if my daughter's in the living room and she answers the phone, she's attached to the wall. So she can at least sit, there. And if you have to take messages or notes or anything like that, you can do it. So, so I did do that. I did make my steak. We had steak, broccoli, and a couple little tiny, those mini red potatoes, or them little Yukon Gold tiny potatoes. And that's what we had for dinner, and I think I ate too much. Oh, that one was a bigger steak, and we always split them, but I think I ate too much. But I thought I'd come on, and just chat a little bit about, the ending for my day. So it's like, I hope you didn't mind the diamond paintings. Those were, like I said, the premiums, and I did answer a couple of you and saying, if I'd have known better, I would have never bought a lot of paintings from Diamond Art. I'm sorry, Diamond Art, but the only reason why I didn't buy as many from Craftably is there weren't hardly any that they had for me that was my taste. I don't like the wide-eyed girls or the mermaid things and things like that. If they'd had more animals, I did like that librarian that they had. I really liked that one. And then there was another one they had that I see somebody in D-Stash has it, but they're selling it for more than I think what they paid for it. It's the witch pumpkin or whatever it is. It's a stack of pumpkins, but it's supposed to be decorated like a witch or whatever it is. I really like that one because it was the ones I had on my wish list was the pumpkin one, the witchy pumpkin, whatever it is, the Christmas gnomes, the other gnomes they had, which I ended up getting, and the uh, the Christmas morning, the one with the horse and the cardinal morning, and then the other one was that librarian. So I think that's the 4 I had on my list. Yeah, the 4 I had on my wish list. So I did get 2 out of the 4. So that's not bad. It's just a shame that they went out of business. I mean, I don't blame them. You know, they had to do what they had to do, but I really, really loved Craftably. They're, I love the idea that their strands of colors were all in numerical order. You know, it was easy to go through them that way. There was no static in any of the drills that I had, no matter how long I kept them. Static did not build up. There was hardly next to none trash in the drills. Their paintings, if you were lucky enough to buy any of them in the tubes, its tubes are really nice. I wish I had a collection of them tubes. I'd like to have a lot of those to put my paintings in. They would be far better protected than in the boxes. So, but yeah, I miss them. And whatever, I knew as soon as they were gone, I think I gave it like maybe 2 or 3 months, and anybody who had any of the Craftablies left that wanted to make a heck of a profit, they are. They're trying to make one heck of a profit, by high selling them, and I knew that would happen. But I guess it happens with anything, what the market will bear, So, but this thing here is just driving me crazy. It's like you start a project and you say, okay, I want to do this one, and you get partway through it and it's like, oh man, this thing is boring me to tears. I cannot wait until I am done. And I love gnomes. I mean, they're my number one favorite. My next are my animals. But some days it's like, oh, do I have to? Do I have to? But thank goodness this will be done sometime tomorrow. It should be finished. And then I can just lay it aside and trim it up and have it ready to be hung on the door come 1st of September. And as soon as this is done, then I'm going to decide what I want to paint next. I may do the Spangler Halloween one with the dragon, and pumpkin. I'm not sure. I want to start one other one though, because I want to have one that's for Halloween, and just one that I'm doing, on the side. I may pick one of my GBFKEs that I have hanging. Let's see, September, October, November. My brother's birthday is in November, and if I feel like it, I may also start on his Dallas Cowboy. Oh, and speaking of my brother, I probably didn't say it. They finally approved him. They should be sending him his money. After all this time, he's got 20 months back pay, plus his monthly, and then in another, I think he said about another 3 months or so, he'll get his Social Security. So he should be okay, because he said the day he gets that first check, he's quitting that job. And like I said, he only works 2 days a week, but his legs, his knees just can't take it anymore. Through the military and everything, he can't. He just can't do it. And I don't blame him, but he said when they send him his big hunk, he's going out and getting a car. He's tired of sitting in that apartment waiting for everybody else to either pick him up or run him to the store, and he doesn't want that to have to happen, for everybody. So I hope he gets himself a halfway decent car, but I also hope he takes care of it, because my brother is hard on vehicles. So, and then I finally got my cable bill lowered, because they kept raising it and raising it, and telling me constantly, oh, you're on a bundle. You have to have 3 things in order to get the discount you do have, which means I had to have some kind of cable TV, which was, I think it was their Spectrum TV thingy that had like 20 or 30 channels, whatever it was. They were a la carte. You could pick whatever channels you wanted. And so I did that, but there was only one channel I would watch. And then in the last year or so, I haven't watched any of it. I'm stuck with YouTube. I stick with YouTube or Peacock, Paramount, anything that I can get through Roku. So I don't need it. But they kept telling me that, oh, you're on a bundle. So if we reduce that, then we have to raise your internet and you won't get the discounts anymore. Well, when I talked to them the other day, I said, look, you guys had my bill down to $125 a month, and in the last 3 months of it going up and up, it put me right back up to almost $150. And I said, I can't afford that. I said, my home insurance went up, my car insurance has jumped up. Several other things are jumping up, and I know come January they're going to raise the rent again, and I'm already paying $300 and some a month for a piece of land, which is crap. So anyway, the guy looked at it and he goes, well, I don't see a bundle listed here. And I said, well, they said I had a bundle. They said, no, you're not on the bundle. We can remove it, and we can drop your bill down. And there's no tax for internet and phone. For some reason, they don't charge you tax on that normally. So they got my bill down to $77. I said, woohoo. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to take that extra money and say, hey, diamond painting, or hey, no. I'm going to have to, either set it aside and act like I'm still paying it, and put it aside for an emergency or whatever. And now, I don't have any kind of bugs or anything like that here, but I do pay Orkin every 4 months to spray on the outside of my mobile home. I haven't had them to spray in the inside. And I pay them every 4 months. I think, it's every 4 months. And because people moving in and out will drive their rodents and their whatever in my direction. And I don't want that in my house. So, I pay them every month or every 4 months for that. So that's a bill. Egads, I can't see what I'm doing here. That's a bill, that has to be paid, and it's due. I got to pay it on the 30th, so I'll be taking care of that. And then, I have my gas bill. I can't seem to get HEAP off their butts. I applied for it back in last November, and this November will be a year. I've heard nothing from them. And I used to get it every year. Now I don't know where it's at. And I sent them every single copy of what they needed, what they wanted, put it in a big manila envelope with the application, everything, and I've not heard a word, which really ticks me off. So I don't know where it is, what happened. So I won't be getting that, which means I've got to pay whatever, I got to pay to heat this place. And no discount, so I don't understand it. But, oh well. And I'm looking forward to winter. The only part of winter I'm not looking forward to is, I want to make sure my pipes don't freeze this year like they did last year. Uh, but I'm looking forward to winter. Sorry, you summer people, but then I don't have to do any yard work. And I stay nice and warm and toasty in here. And the only other part of it I don't like is having to go out grocery shopping once a month in the snow. It's cold. I'd rather stay indoors. Uh, I'm not gonna order my groceries either. I'm not gonna let somebody else pick out my food, and they're gonna pick out the more expensive, cut than I would or something. So, nope, I'll do my own. But thank goodness it's only once a friggin' month. So, all right, I think I have babbled enough. Now, if you are interested in seeing any of my depression wear, like I said, it's not complete sets, it's odds and ends. The plates that I have, they are, I think, they're either made in Japan. I don't think they're occupied Japan, because that would make them even more rare. But they're beautiful oriental plates and saucers and cups, and it was what I used to call my good china, and I think I only used them maybe 3 or 4 times when I had a big get together with my mom, my sisters, and my brother, and everybody got together, and we had a big Thanksgiving dinner at my bigger house when I had that 2-story big house and a big dining room and things. So then when I moved years ago from there, they got packed up, and that's where they stayed. They've been packed up since, 24 years. They haven't seen the light of day in 24 years. So, time to open them up and let them breathe. So, well, so if you're interested in seeing any of them, you can comment and let me know. And I can, do a video while I'm looking through the containers and, show you what I'm pulling out. Probably not every single piece, because if there's 8 saucers, you only need to see one. You know what it looks like, So you can let me know in the comments below, but I'm going to get off here, and oh God, I hate this wax. I don't know how you guys do it with wax. I don't like it. I do not like wax. It leaves a residue that I'm constantly wiping off the drills. I have putty too. I have scented putty and regular putty and Gorilla putty. I have Aleene's Aleene's putty. I have all kinds of putty, everything else, and none of it works right. And my glue dots are the best for me, but apparently it's got to be the weather or something that's getting them to act up. And I have to order a new pack anyway. I have to wait till next month. Amazon sells them. I think they have the minis on there. It has 600 in the box, because the last box I got has 375. Yeah, it has 375. The 3/16 inch ones with the fishies, and I got this at Joann's, and the price I paid for these was like $10 or just a little bit less, and I can get the same thing on Amazon, and it's $12 and something, but it has 600 dots in it. So stuck it in my wish list so I don't forget, which ones it were, and I'll pick them up next month. So, well, I'm going to get off here now, and I'm going to have to fill this pen again. I hate this wax. If I didn't have to do that with my my glue dots, put it in, and I was good to go. So, yep, I'm going to get off here. I've been on here. Oh, Lord, I've been on here 25 minutes. I apologize. I'm just going to put this up real quick, and if y'all catch it, you catch it. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. So, wish me luck on this thing, because it's one of those that you're like, oh, please, hurry up, Maybe I can wiggle my nose like Bewitched and make it done. So, all right, hugs to you all, love you. Thanks for viewing my other video, and hope you'll view this one and listen to an old lady ramble. So, DP Crazy Lady, love you. I'm out.